one who this. You one who this. I'm up and left in a brand new whip. You gon' try me, that's real so big. Go all out, it's all I do, babe. You one who this. I'm up and left in a brand new whip. You gon' try me, that's real so big. Go all out, it's all I do, babe.
Hello there guys, and of course welcome yourselves back in for yet another one with us, the review bros, Aaron, yourselves watching along, and of course again another pre-workout review. We've got the guys at Mixability Supplements to thank for sending it all the way over from the US of A to us here in the UK to give you an honest review. What does it do in the real world? Well, what is the product first? You've obviously seen it in the thumbnail. Here it is in person. It's Sharp ER or Sharper. I'm not too sure how they wanted it to be pronounced. And it's giving me bathtub underground illicit vibes on the paper. How's it going to come through? We're going to test it against the usual aspects of any review we do here, the taste, price, label. And of course, primarily, let's be honest, the real world effects of this one. Is it going to slap? Is it going to send me to the ER room? Let's find out for you right now. I'm excited. That first segment we move into is, of course, taste and mixability. Least important, but we're going to cover it for you anyway. So it comes in 4 different flavours. A thumbs up, hopefully you can pick something you like. It comes in snow cone, it comes in tiger's blood, it comes in rainbow candy, and it also comes in the flavour we actually got to choose this time, bomb pop. It was between this and rainbow candy for us, but that is of course discretionary. It's up to you what you like, what you hopefully like. Tiger's blood, I'm not personally a fan of it. Snow cones, on talking average, is okay. For me, it's the candy flavours. I'm not too sure what you think. Drop your favourite flavour of pre-workout down below. Anyway, this one, let's see what it tastes like. Hopefully it's a good score as I got to choose it. I'd feel bad if I didn't like it. But 1 scoop, 13.301 grams in this flavour at the very least. There's probably slight changes in each flavour. It's only quite a small scooper, but if you pack it out, it does weigh the right amount. So straight away we're getting ourselves some blue colouring coming through here. Let's see, it could be a very good segment. Let's do it. Mixability is no problem at all, honestly. This is going to be my 3rd time trying it. Let's do it. Little bit of pop. Let's get it down the hatch. Bomb pop. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's not nasty. There's no bitterness, no medicinal type like taste. It's sweet. It's perhaps not as strong as I thought it would be, or candy-esque or bomb poppy, but it's nice. It's quite refreshing actually. There's no offensive flavours coming through here. So what would I give it out of 10? An 8.5 out of 10. You know, I've had better bomb pops, but I've also had worse, so it's not bad. Let's move into the price of this one. Okay, so money talks now, of course, doesn't it? You'll head on over to the official Mixability website. There it is, and of course the link will be in the description down below to click straight through to this product. Now they're a supplement retailer, therefore they don't just sell this one product, they sell a lot of products there. And the discount code RB10 works on all of them to knock 10% off of any product there, including of course, obviously, this one. And you can therefore pick this up for $49.49 for a 20 serving container. So you're doing a math, you divide it up by that 20 servings, and it comes in at $2.47 per go. UK guys, for the sake of a pure translation across, just so you can get your head around this one, it will be £1.98, Great British Sterling. Now, on our consistent price and scale that compares the price of a serving against everything here on the market by today's standards, where a 5 out of 10 is what we consider to be an average price point, this one does come in more expensive at a 3.5 out of 10. So it is more premium priced than your average pre-workout. And of course now we're going to really hope the label, and really the effects match that price point, and hopefully they elevate us to the next level. Let's get into the label first. Okay, so what is this pre-workout? Packing for the money. Don't forget, it's more expensive than your average pre-workout. And there's going to be quite a few people these days that don't like what we're looking at here, because we do have ourselves at the bottom a proprietary blend. Anyone new to the channel, that means they bunch up a whole host of ingredients, and they don't actually tell us how much of the ingredients, the individual ingredients, there are in that formulation. A lot of people think that that means hiding the product. To a degree, they are right. It really is discretionary. And of course, ultimately, we think it comes down to the effects. As long as the effects are good, discretionary, of course. Anyway, as I mentioned, 13.301, very specific in this flavour at the least, 20 servings a container. We start off with a good dosage of beta-alanine, our itchy tingle friend. The paraphesia, as the pre-workout kicks in, that bee sting-like feeling, of course, helps with urgency, this shit's kicking in feeling, and after a period of time after taking it, endurance will be up. L-citrulline, 4 grams, a lower dosage of L-citrulline than we typically see these days. It's on the lower end, but still an efficacious dose. It's going to help nitric oxide production, ultimately the pumps in the gym. The same can be said of agmatine sulfate at 1 gram, a good dose, again, more nitric oxide. Blood flow, vascularity, vasodilation, pumps. L-carnitine tartrate up next, 1 gram. Fat burner, effectively. It's going to give you a fat burning sense of the body. Sometimes it can come with a euphoric-like feel as the fat cells are metabolized. And of course, maybe some energy on the back end of it. Norvaline wraps off this part of the label at 150 milligrams, working with the L-citrulline and the agmatine. More pumps, right? Anyway, here we go. The Sharp ER Energy Rush Blend. And again, I can't tell you how much is in here. However, doing the quick maths, we're looking at 10 grams, just over 10 grams for the other bit. We're only looking at 13 grams here. We are going to be getting some flavourings in that. I would have said this is going to be around about 1 gram's worth of proprietary blend. I can't tell you for sure. Taurine, normally you'd want that at about 1 gram. Natural energy production, focus benefits, endurance benefits, hydration benefits, jack of all trade really. It does tell you how much caffeine's in here, caffeine anhydrous, 400 milligrams, which is on the upper end of what we typically see. Of course, primary, your energy stimulation effect. We've got choline citrate up next, focus benefits, choline source. We have 1,3-dimethyl butylamine, which is DMBA, which is a potent stimulant. It's an aggressive, intense energy bomb. That's the way I put it. We've got guarana, which is another 22% caffeine here, but I'm not sure how much guarana's in it, but a bit more caffeine, a bit more stimulation. High caffeine dosage in this one. We've got 2-amino-6-methylheptane, which is like a DMHA. I think that's more the Juglans version. Euphoria feels, stimulation, central nervous stimulation, energy, focus, we hope, nootropic focus, again, I like that ingredient. And wrapping off this label with your Hinwine HCl fat burner, not to be confused with Alpha-Yo. For us it's not as strong as that, but it gives you, turns up the notch a bit of adrenaline, bit of fat burning, bit of intensity added. So what do I think of the label? Well, for me, right, the truth is, if I see past the proprietary blend, I'm really looking at what the DMBA and the DMHA Juglans does for us. Ultimately, those are the two standout ingredients. They are what are exciting people. That's what's giving it the bathtub vibes. That's what ultimately we really want to feel in the gym. We want that intense, high energy ER visit. It's going to either come together really well or it's going to flop. Let's get into the effects, the most important part, now. We got ourselves some ER action here. Is that where I ended up? Was I in the emergency room? It promises, or it doesn't actually promise, but it kind of gives those vibes of bathtub, underground, illicit vibes. This is not on paper a beginner pre-workout by any stretch of the imagination. And is it going to be the next big thing, or a product you pick up in the future, if you are brave enough, of course? Well, we're going to start the journey at the beginning on this product, and that normally starts with beta-alanine. If it's in your product, 99% of the time it's the first thing that you feel. No different in this one. However, didn't come in as strong as perhaps I was hoping, perhaps I was expecting, because 4 grams is actually above the average amount, so I should have felt that itchy tingle feeling. I didn't really feel it. I felt it slightly, but I'm going to be honest, like a 3 or a 4 out of 10 on the beta tingle scale. Wasn't a crazy feel. What I did feel, however, I felt something quite quick. 15 to 20 minutes after taking it, I felt like the brain just came alive. I felt a sense of euphoria, floaty, coming out the screen vibes. But I'm honest, it was quite short-lived. And even by the time I got down the gym, that highness, euphoria type vibe had all but faded. Energy. Let's talk about we're going to actually break it down a bit more here. Obviously, we look for 3 primary elements in any review. Energy being probably the most prioritized. Focus and pumps. They are the 3, they're the golden triangle, right? Energy. I'm honest here. A big thanks to Bimoxi Supplements for sending it on down. They did say stay honest. I don't think they're necessarily going to be happy with this review. I just hope they appreciate the honesty. And of course, to anyone watching, they've got a lot of products on their website, right? And that discount code works on all of them. However, this pre-workout was not it. It was a flopper. It was a flopper. Don't get me wrong. Caffeinated, I felt it. I felt like there was a caffeine hit. The energy was there throughout training. After training, it was all but gone. It was a distant memory. There wasn't a crash, but for a crash, I feel like you need to pick up the speed, and it didn't do that. Pumps, okay. Focus, okay. Absolutely nothing standout here, and honestly, not worth the price point. No right, this is the truth. If the DMBA was in there, and the 6-methyl, the 2-amino, right, the DMHA feels, if those 2 ingredients were in there at any sort of respectable dosage, we can't tell that because of the proprietary blend, we could have been, guys, a tear is in my eye. This could have been a top tier pre-workout. This could have been like an Undead King, a crack pre-workout, a Dark Labs vibes, something illicit, something next level. It could have been the next thing, right? I was expecting like something like Decimate to come through, something like I don't know. Lots of products out there, right, that have some hardcore stuff in it. It just didn't do it. There's no euphoria, there's no highness, there's no negatives, however. It just didn't deliver. If there was DMHA, DMBA, I'd be floating for the rest of the day. There's no floaty vibes at all. There's nothing illicit in here, I don't think. It's a shame because, like I said, at the very start, just before I got to the gym, I was like, settle myself down, something's coming. It felt like something was coming. It's almost like you could see the tsunami in the distance. By the time it hit shore, it had all but settled down into something you couldn't even surf. Disappointing vibes. That's the honest truth. It felt like a daily. Felt like an all day you made daily. Shame. Big shame. Big shame. Big shame. No negatives, no crash, no sleeplessness at night, no appetite suppression, if you like that or not, but for us we don't like the appetite suppression. No nausea, sickness, digestive issues, but nothing you kind of would accept negatives if you had ultra positives. It just fell flat, bang, down, done. That's about it for the review. Appreciate Bemoxy for sending it on down. Sorry that it's not a review that they wanted to see, and I'm almost sure it's not a review you wanted to see. You wanted us to say, this is the next one, get your hands on it now. But it just didn't do, it just didn't deliver. Appreciate you watching at home. And as always, of course, stay stimmed. Cheers for watching.